Morning, good morning. All right. Going here. It's a little quick recap here. Overnight, not much action. We finally did end up dipping up here at the dip, double dip, running into some buyers over here. Now we're just kind of in between a range. Sellers in between buyers. Buyers still look stronger, but let's see what happens here. Oh, that's but let's see. It's gonna cloud. Sorry, cloud. Oh, might be a little too much for me this time, but it does. All right, so just kind of wicking around here. So if we look, buyers try to take it up, sellers got tapped, buyers interested in taking it up higher, ran through them, caught more buyers down here, to be expected. Buyers ripped it up, and then still not finding new buying interest up at these levels. Your buyers passively buying and your sellers passively selling. So this could be your first aggressor here though in the morning right here. And at the top of the range, you might be able to take this short 2-to-1. I will do it on the other account just to show you, but I won't do it on this account. 40 is if it happens. So 2-to-1 would be roughly right here. But yeah. I was having a dream I was eating some Taiwanese food last night. Good. Alright. See here. It's got to close red for me to get in here. Yup. Yeah, super choppy this morning. How you doing, Garth? Pinned up, right in between the range here. Yeah, 30 seconds. So this isn't closing red. This trade's not valid. No. Yeah, so this trade wouldn't work. This trading idea. All right. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Quick reference here. Here's your seller. finding the buyers right now. Yeah, I don't know. This looks kind of fabricated buying here, but I feel like all of this buying would eventually get ran through. Especially when we get shapes like this. Yeah, in all honesty. Oh. If I was gonna be short anywhere, it'd be right here. Ugh. Yeah, market won't even let me in. All right, let's get to business here. Keeping an eye on cryptos or to go over articles last night, so I want to make sure we're doing all right here. Need a lot of volume out of this candle here for me to get it long. A lot of volume. We'll see how the next few candles go. Trying to break above this pre-market highs. 506. Right here. Buyers looking to dredge this up. We'll see what happens here. I don't know. Sellers look pretty active there. That is too lame. Thank you, free music.
Imagine being able to build an app with.
Oh, need to get on my other account. Let's get here. There we are. Volume's really dying off here. See your seller's still super active. Right here. Comes up, gets sold into, buys, sold into, sells, sells. The spying's not real yet. This is still a reaction from this passive buyer down here. We're going to find out. Starting to get some bidders coming in for real this time. Still need a decent amount more volume for me to get involved here. Alright, 1 minute left in this candle. I can't get in it on the 5 minutes. We're gonna see what happens here. We're officially above pre-market highs. So I'm a bit long biased unless we get back in the range. We need that volume to really kick off here. All right. Alright, let's see what's going on. Yeah, really just straight bidding. I can't really get in here. This price action yet. This is a new buyer now, so this is gone for the most part. We have this buyer kind of stepping in here. Let's see where this lies. Yeah, we'll see what happens. See if we can get in long. Finish touching up these articles here. Right, and what about Palantir? I think Palantir is a bubble. So we are going to figure this out here. Buyers. Yeah, this is just not enough volume for me to get involved here. A little bit disappointing. I would like to get on the trade. Oh, let's see. There have to be a lot of buyers coming in all of a sudden. In a fury. I just don't see it. All right. All right. Still nothing here. Finishing up this little article here. Perfect. All right. That article done. Perfect. Alright, how we looking? No change? No change. Still wrap it up. Alright. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so if we get a strong pull on this candle here, even not this candle, these next few, we get a strong pull above these buyers. Wow, look at that volume. Oh, see? I know where the sellers are. Told you I know where the sellers are. The thing about the volume profile is that, see, it doesn't tell you where the buyers are down here, though. I know where the buyers are down there. Let's see if it'll update for this. Is going to be a lot of volume. It's got to read. See if it'll make the adjustment. Oh, okay. See, it shows you a lot of thinness here. So, as much as they're saying fair market, this is a good bounce area. More than likely, you're going to get your bounce area right here. Oh, I guess it is. These notes here. Yeah, this is saying possibly this here. Let's say this is probably one of your bounce areas. This for sure is going to be a bounce area. Probably actually more like that. It'd be your bounce area. Definitely above pre-market highs now. Pretty steep trend here. It's pretty aggressive. Would not be surprised to see us come out and take all these buyers and come out and test these lows. Even though I'm long biased, it's not a strong bias. Right. Looking pretty chill here. Nothing too crazy. This candle kind of gets back down, so not this candle, but we get back into this pre-market range here pretty soon. I consider shorting this. Gotta happen within probably the next 10 minutes or so. If it does do it, and I do it. Taking a look at Open Door. A lot of people are, a lot of not traders are talking about Open Door. That piques my interest. You have non-traders trade starting to talk about it. Now let's see here. They're pretty chill from that pump. We do have a new buyer. Everything's kind of hanging out right now. About coffee time. Alright, if we get back into pre-market range, this could be a case to go short. I'd like to see us get back below this line here. We're just going to play in between the back end of these sellers and these buyers that are trying to push it up. Rid of this trend line. Oh, yeah. Just hanging out here. See if we get a little flush down. The flush down would prompt me to actually get a little excited. All right. Five minutes. Well, I shouldn't say 5 minutes left. 40 seconds left. This 5 minute. We can get down there probably in the next 5 minutes. Short option might be on the table here. All right. These buyers are not showing up to help defend their position. Again, I think the real buyers here, not going to be honest with you guys, I don't even like any of this right here. I'm expecting this to all go. I think it's all going to go south. This is all going to go south. All right. Can't do music this morning. All south. But we'll see. If this next bar goes red inside that range, I might take even two bars. We'll see. I mean, I might take 2 positions. Sure, which would be 6 contracts. Got 3 minutes left in this candle. Really, this candle's going to determine a lot for me. If we stay above pre-market range, I'll probably look to get involved in some longs. If we close below this, I'm definitely going short, for sure. Look, there's kind of a strong case for it. And it needs to come all the way back down in this range. If that happens, I'm interested. You've sparked my curiosity. Bye. 1 minute left. Not much for me to do here. Might get involved in a long eventually if it stays above pre-market highs. Other than that, we're just hanging out. Just published. I'm working on getting some stuff for Open Door. It's published, republished my Palantir article. Palantir is a short. All right. This is technically real selling, but it's really only like the last little part of this. So this isn't strong selling. It's real. It's a real seller trying to push this market, but it's not very convicted, put it to you that way. It's the same player trying to shove the market down. And yeah, like I said, they're not super convicted. This is like the bounce point here though. See that algorithms are still really hot in that area. They're trying to defend this area here really bad. See how the algo's immediately kicked on there? But it just really depends because this buyer to me is not real. Like full-fledged real yet. We'll see. This buyer is real down here. As you can see, a hot reaction coming up. We're really just ranging between these two players in the market. That's what we're doing. This candle could get a little spicy here, this red one. Four minutes left. Might even take this short. It's having some It's having some interesting price action here. $330, $325. Let's see. How much is it? 746. Okay, so I gotta look down here, huh? Yeah, so I don't love that we're still above pre-market range, but this isn't super bullish yet, in my opinion. I still think that this could definitely reverse, especially this. This could get really crazy. Now you got some buyers trapped here. This is very interesting situation. A little bit of a let's make this a different color actually. Oh, whatever. A little bit of a bull trap here, but as you see, this algorithms here just kicks up all of a sudden, especially as we start getting closer to the last minute. This is a fabricated seller, it feels like, but that doesn't mean they won't win. It just feels very feels a lot more manipulated than organic. Does not feel organic. So I will still take the short because it depends on how these buyers respond here. If these buyers can't get conviction, then even if it's not organic, it's still going to go lower. Or I should say likely to go lower. So big reaction. I just don't see this being real buyers. I see these being real buyers. Maybe they take it up a little bit higher, but yeah, I don't know. Get back up to the area. They're flipping the switch again. Oh, with this big bottoming wick, I don't necessarily even like my short either. That I'm going to have to take. What's up? One minute left. I'm going to take the short. Probably. More than likely, I'm taking the short. I think just for one. If this gets ran through, we've entered into another squeeze. So be looking longs only. After that, 33, 32, 31. This candle closes red. I'm taking it. Well, that's giving me a little bit more meat on the bone. Let's see if that holds up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Order filled.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna put my stop right here with a 3-point stop. Don't love it. If it gets ran through, definitely won't look for any more traps, as it would be pretty much just, I would consider it us becoming in a squeeze environment. All right, so we're gonna put this take profit. Should be, it should be right at 05, 0550, but since pre-market highs are right there, I'm just gonna put it right ahead of that, 650. So that's that. Let's watch, see if this plays out. So this is we're assuming bulls are trapped up here. They tried to take it up twice, got trapped. This algorithm flick happened. It is important to note though that there's a buyer just aggressing this. Boom, 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 boom. That's off this hot reaction here. Came up, found new buyers, and we've already entered into this seller here. They've just kind of doubled down on their position. So we're gonna find out right now who's got the strength. And my system is saying the bears have the strength. We'll find out. Yep. It'd be nice if it just happens real quick. A nice little flash. Mm-hmm. Looking for about 30 points. Taking profit right ahead of that pre-market low. Sorry, pre-market high. So if these guys actually do want to push the market down, that's where they're going to find a lot of resistance. Yeah, see, this is not organic for sure. They're selling into these buyers pretty aggressively. It's not organic selling for sure. Still might be a little bit more downside, but definitely not organic. All right. Back and forth, back and forth. Very interesting. Light green doji. We'll see what happens. Context is really important here. So if I do end up getting stopped out here, that's going to be a strong case for me to actually go take this long. We will find out. Getting run into where they flip the switch on the algo. See what I'm saying? They're trying to defend this area. Market makers are. They're being hella aggressive with it. They're gonna have to they're hoping that they can persuade buyers to refrain from buying at those levels. Yeah, look at that hot reaction. The algos are just turned up right there. They're turned up right there. Doesn't mean they're gonna win still, but they are turned up. They're just not finding real sellers. They're trying to initiate other people to sell alongside of them, trying to encourage selling. They can only do so much with so many shares in a budget. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this buyer. Really, I still do feel like this could all get taken for the most part. And let's come test these buyers down here again. Honestly. And to be honest with you, I don't even like these buyers. These buyers, I think it's going to rip through and let's go and actually hit some real liquidity down here. Everything else to me is pretty sedentary. Unless we catch a new bidder. They're fighting. We will see. I think this next 5-minute bar we're going to get resolved here. It's going to be one way or another. Bobbing around here. So again, once they flip the switch here, they're really being active up at these levels. So this is going to put a lot of pressure on the buyer down here. Expecting a rotation. I'm expecting all of this to get ran through. Unless we get a high reaction from this buyer right here. So that would be pretty much the only thing. Here's your touch into the buyers. Here's your test to the real buyers trying to push it up. Yeah, a little bit of a cold reaction, so they might not be as convicted as they were before. If we can get that rotate down here. They're still there. Buyers are still there. Yeah, that's a bullish close. To close, they couldn't get even an inch inside this box. Becomes a little bit more bullish, slightly more bullish. How long it's taking is bearish. They're fighting right now. They are fighting the market right now. This is crazy. Doing everything you can to suppress that price action. Wow. It's really something to watch. Get rid of this so it's not confusing. Still pretty steady with volume. Nothing too crazy. Even the Ichi is saying we're pretty extended from that volume. We'll see. Pretty extended above VWAP. Volume's not giving us much info right now. Just getting this fat. I think they call that a D-shaped profile. This. Or maybe that's C-shaped. C-shaped. Yeah. All right. Let's take a closer look here. Where's the open? Open is at 3.6. For the close. Closes at 2,250. Open here was at 2,250. It's the same. Okay. So exactly the same close. That's interesting. All right. 1 minute left in this candle. Algos are not being able to push it down as well as they'd like to. They're trying to suppress it, but you got real buyers stepping in right here, so it makes it difficult for them. They're trying to do it efficiently. Nothing wasted here. Just waiting for this trade to be over. 6 seconds left. Buyers still holding it up. They flipped the switch trying to get this to go down. It's not really working. My goodness. So the close above these bulls is bullish, right? The algo is, they're basically going to have to make a decision whether they want to keep trying to fight it, suppress this market down. So the algo is trying to push this down. Real buyers are trying to take this up. Still, just because there's real buyers does not mean that they're going to win this battle. But it is important to note where people are standing. I do not think, though, that this is a real player. I think that this could just get shoved through down there. This is starting to look very sloppy. That flipped a little quick, huh? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's keep an eye on all of this, actually. Get really tricky. Very tricky. Who knows? Getting ready to get some. It's possible that I might be having to get into another short here. Especially if this dips into pre-market range again, which is below this little black line here. And just grab that as your pre-market range. We're playing right above it. Just in case it rips. The real profit takes it about 0.5 even. It's the real profit take, 0.5 even. So I'm playing that out 1.5 above that. Hoping that we get a nice little pull here. Now, because it's being propped so much by buyers, real buyers, if it does go, it's going to really move. This thing could really, really flush down, especially once this buyer is gone. Really, you don't have your real buy. None of this is real buying right here. This is just a reaction. So it could shove all the way back down and test these lows again. Pretty close. No cigar. 30 seconds left in this candle. I definitely do not want to see this thing flip green. That would be worst case scenario. If it flips green, it's going to be a tough case for these bears to get these fought back down. Even a close above this green box here wouldn't be good. Close anywhere in the box is good. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, any of that's good. Any of that's just fine. All right, let's see it. Let us continue. Very tricky read here. Very tricky. This could also get ran through on one bar. It's very tricky today's context because this algo once it lets up, once this algo kind of gets his finger off the trigger here, they're going to have to cover. And if they're trying to suppress here, they're probably going to be trying to suppress up there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Well, this might take a while, huh? Coming down a little bit more. Volume's picked up. A lot of never mind, volume has not picked up. Looking at that again. Volume has not picked up. Volume's slowing. Again, this is not a real seller, fabricated seller. Still expecting the push down here. Almost got it. But once they're done trying to suppress this price action, this thing can run back up. Especially if they can't get it below pre-market highs. Back at the pre-market range down here. This thing could just all the way back up. But we are chilling. $47 seconds left. Am I having the cover here? This could be that push back up. Still gonna take a short, but this could be that move back up. Very tricky day. Indeed. All right. Ranging. Right in the middle. VWAP's probably slowly creeping up. Oh, it's curling down a little bit. Yeah, this is just bricked out. Oh man, this might get interesting actually. If they want to flip that switch again, I'm gonna go short again. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, if this closes hopefully above this, somewhere in here, this candle, I'm gonna take a short. Unless they want to just flush this thing, that's crazy. So they covered a little bit, and then they're trying to shove it down again aggressively. Quick shove, quick shove. Try to pop through this candle, pop back up. Buyers is still active. Golly. 2.5 minutes left in this candle. They're fighting. This is just a battle. It's a messy battle here. And it's hard to tell who's winning. In my opinion, or I should say the strategy is saying shorts are winning. Top is open. Here, perfect. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. This candle I might have to add to my short here. All right, so wherever this lands, minute left, we'll see. What I'm going to do already is I'm going to swap this out, so that's 0650. Well, if I have two, though, I might as well go 05. Now I'm going to go, see, we're going to limit by 3 at 650. And then I'm just going to prep this down a little lower. It really depends on where this candle lies here. Twenty seconds left. All right, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 needs a standard 25, 3.
Order filled.
All right, we're short again, and I'm going to pop 38. Limit, stop by 3. And then, let's see where this is going to land. Go 9.5 here. Perfect. All right. Add it to our short. Let's see what happens. This is still really messy, so anything can happen here. Whatever these guys are trying to do, it's kind of crazy. It's really messy day to day. Unfortunately, this is going to be one of those days where I probably am going to take a losing day based off the system, but it is all good. We run it. Had a nice profit yesterday. We took 106 points, 108 points. Coming back up, rotating back up. So now if, just for context, if these positions do get squeezed here, this is going to be a lot of pressure for an upside rotation. So, and actually break out. You could tell that the algorithm's trying to shove it down, but they're trying to not be the move. They're trying to create the move. They're trying to initiate the sell. It's kind of like shoving the rock off the cliff a little bit, right? They're trying to push the rock, and they only have so much resources and energy before they have to cover. So you're getting really two things here. You're getting a lack of buying interest. Buyers are just not willing to take this up yet. Could be as I'm saying it, but yet. They're just not willing to take it up. So you have bulls getting trapped up at highs. But if they cannot take it above this, which a close here would actually be very bullish. We closed up above this area here. Got a minute left in this candle. But all of this is kind of just sloppy. So really it's anyone's game. But from the read, I think you have more bulls trapped than you have bears trapped. Except for down here. Oh man, what a messy day. This is just not a good looking chart here. Have to go bigger time to see what's going on. See what our 15 minutes doing. Gonna go either way. Could go either way. This is bullish. Kind of. Actually, I see a rotation coming back down to 82. Yeah, 82. See, we can stop that right here.
Order filled.
Okay, so since that one stopped, I'm tempted to get out of my other one. We're going to stay in it, but I am tempted to get out of it. So if this one goes short here, this one runs short, I'm not going to take it. This is starting to behave very squeezy here. Less shorts can get a grip. Very difficult context. The reason why it's tough context is because getting stopped out of a short, out of a bull trap, is technically squeeze worthy, but being in the bigger range of another bull trap, I mean, does that consider it squeeze worthy? I don't know. I don't think so. This candle goes down again, it's still bearish. Tons of absorption. Buyers are still hot. This is crazy. It's kind of stuck between an algo and a buyer, the market. I don't necessarily like it, but I probably going to have to take it in the short. Two minutes left. We're just hanging. We are just hanging out. Back down in this range again. Minute left in this candle. See what happens. Big candle. 20 seconds left. Getting close to getting in that pre-market range.
Order filled.
All right, we got the fill. So, I mean, come on. I got stopped out on this. This is lame. Where's my point at? 3437. 3437. Oh, this is my stop. So, just got stopped out by a couple ticks. Such a bummer. By one tick. This is what it is. Now we're knocking on the door of this pre-market range. This could get very interesting in either way. So we're up just a couple points here after that first stop out, but we got the short from the second one. I couldn't get in short for this new one. And I probably should just get coffee. That's what should probably happen here. So the bottom of this zone here is going to be more concentrated with buyers. So they're going to be, if they're going to be anywhere, they're going to be more towards the end, at the beginning and at the end. The center is kind of like a, just can get ran through pretty easily. I'm not gonna lie to you, I still think this is going to rotate lower. I still think it's going to rotate way lower. But yes. Who knows? Might be able to catch it today for patient. Could be a big day. This is a new seller, by the way. So this could get actually pretty intense as we get back into the pre-market range. Like I said, I know that this is specifically this kind of little overlap here is a strong buyer, but I I think that it still can get ran through. We're gonna find out. A lot of volume. We'll see. We will see. I'll run back up to 1250. I would probably go long. Pre-market's bouncing. About 1250. 1 minute left. Volume's just not enough for me to want to take the short, even though this is a new fabricated seller. Could have some organic sellers involved in here though too. We keep a close eye out. 1 minute left here. This is going to be a make or break here for the rotation. Might have to catch a long. Might have to catch a long. We get back in this pre-market range, which it looks like we're pressing into. We also could take a short here in a minute. Testing the very bottom of these buyers now. This is the last of them. Yep, starting to break through. Now this thing can get really heavy very quickly. See, this volume's definitely picking up. Definitely picking up. 10 seconds left. Three, two, one, just not enough. This is looking a lot more aggressive though. So now you're starting to have some organic sellers coming in. Buyers are trapped. The algo has pretty much done what it wanted to do, is shove it below this buyer here, which we could say that this buyer is gone. They got it back in pre-market range, and they're looking to shove this market down a lot lower. Maybe check out this liquidity down here a little bit. So, yep. I wonder who's kind of roughing it today. Let's see. Nvidia's up 0.6, Apple's down barely, Amazon's break even, Google's down 1%, Tesla's down 0.5%, Microsoft's down 0.5%. Yeah, that's personally, I wrote an article about Tesla that I think Tesla could really move pretty crazy. Tesla can move up pretty crazy, but I still think Tesla needs a little bit more time. I think it's gonna have to come down just a little bit more before it moves big. We'll find out. I could be wrong. For the long term, I hope I'm wrong. But we will see. See here, I'll actually bring it over a little bit while we're waiting. So, we have a few more. I wrote that article about the Palantir was a bubble. That was beforehand down here. I did say that I had canceled it to chart the new buyers, but before I even charted the new buyers, they all got ran through, that's exactly what a bubble, that's what a bubble does. So you can have this bubble, boom, pop, bam. And although there's buyers, like this is a strong buyer right here that stepped in. I mean, if you look at the volume compared to the volume of these buyers here, so this is a person really trying to hold Palantir up. But I do think that we're going to have to come back down to the 70s, at least the 120s. We'll see what happens. I'm keeping an eye on the chart, so don't trip. Yep. And Tesla, yeah, I think Tesla's going to have to rotate. I just, even though we broke trend, we broke major trends and we came up, I still think that there's a strong case that we're going to come down. Rotate. I could be wrong. Like I said, it's kind of a risk throwing this idea on the table here, but if I'm going to be honest, I think a lot of people are expecting there's a lot of calls being bought. Like people are spending tens of $1 million on calls. I think that there's a strong case that the seller holds, but if this seller goes, this thing's gone. This thing goes all the way up here. It's crazy to new highs. So something to keep in mind. All right, well, would you look at this? See what happens here. Oh man, this is a tough read here, all the way around 1825. Just gonna mark this out real quick. Oh, 512 left, 412 left. Oh, 3 minutes left. We get above that little line there. Take this long. I would prefer for it to be up probably in the, if we can get above 23. Give above 23, that would be actually better. 3 minutes, so there's quite a bit of time. Oh, baby. Minute 30 left. We are chilling. Chilling. Wait. It's so slow, I almost want to play a game. Definitely going to make some coffee, though. If this candle doesn't close in the next minute above those lines, I'm going to go take 5, go get a coffee. Really, I need it to close up above 23. 23s would be better, but this one could be the short-term context that I need anyway, so I'm going to find out. I honestly hope it doesn't. I really don't even want to take this trade. But I'm going to have to. If it does, 23 is better. Yeah, I hope it goes red. Let's find out. Alright, good. I do not have to take this trade. That's good. Alright. So I would love it anyways. Okay, I'll be back. Go make a little coffee. We will be back soon. Well, surprise, surprise, the market's having a hard time getting above that level there. And my microphone, my headset, I'm only hearing it in one ear. Weird. Now I'm gonna drink some coffee and do this. So basically, looks like we might actually push towards the ties now. Market makers tried to shove it down. Tried to get it to go down. And they're having to cover a little bit. So they did initiate a new seller, but if this seller gets ran, it's a squeeze. And we might actually be... I don't even know if this is going to trend, but we're definitely going to test highs. I'll cut my mic and eat this. Well, I have to get some new headphones. It's all good. I'm getting ready to get a new mic anyways. This mic is trash. Oh, I am going to have to cut my mic anyways. So just a little census here. We're still battling. I don't see a new buyer till here. I wouldn't be surprised if this rotates down. Alrighty. Just keep that in mind. No trades yet. All right, so we're pushing up against this kind of top trend area here if we were to run a trend line down. Starting to test that up a little bit. You can consider this a break if you were to go from bodies. If you go body to body, this is definitely a break. So we'll see how this kind of goes out. Something to keep an eye on. Yeah, everything else is pretty standard here. I think that we'll have some trading ideas in about 10 minutes. But I'm gonna have to cut the stream early, so it's unfortunate. Just look for this. If it gets new momentum, we take out the seller. You still have this algo to deal with. If you break above the algo, you can actually start to run a little bit. And I would say you definitely could probably test these highs up here, 600. So might be able to get an actual 60, 100-point move continuation. If this fails, if we double top out here, and we actually, let me see here, this. I would say if you get, because this player is now kind of loosened up and they're aggressing with this guy right here. So if this guy fails, there's a good chance we're rotating down. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, as we start to get into this range here. So we'll see what happens. We will see, but I'm gonna have to end the stream here. Appreciate you guys coming by. I'm gonna post these trades on my Twitter, on my X. My X is _the cafe trader. So _the cafe trader right here. We're posting quite a bit of stuff here. I just dropped an Ethereum. We'll do recaps on our system. This was yesterday. If you guys, I didn't live stream yesterday, but this was yesterday's trade. I woke up pretty late yesterday. I woke up just in time to take this trade, and then I had to go to work. So, and I traded the rest of that at work. Yep, bunch of ideas. Hopefully we'll be able to take off on mornings here in the next couple of months and just trade full time. Looking forward to it. So we have that. Check my trading view here. Yeah, I'm putting all these plays out for everybody. So really exciting. Hopefully I'm trying to which one's this one? What's he crying about? What's this one crying about? This is actually funny. Oh yeah, these guys are tripping. They don't think it's a bubble. They think I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm bullish Palantir. But this price action, I don't know. I'll keep this guy in mind. I'm gonna save this guy just in case. Ooh, he's actually got some plays or what? Let's see. Oh,